Hey friend, in today's video, I wanted to let you know I don't really have a declaration, but I do have a piece of encouragement. And I just wanted to let you know that it is okay to not want the rah-rah. And what I mean by rah-rah is the cheerleading, the declaration that you can do it, girl. And sometimes it's okay to not want it. And I think it's best when you are down in the valley and you're trying to unscramble life. You're trying to figure things out because life is ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys. And when we're coming out of something and we are getting encouragement, it kind of pushes us up to the top. Once we get at the top, the encouragement kind of holds us up and straightens our back and chin up. And when we're going down, it kind of softens the blow, kind of slows us down, like puts on the brake. We're going down anyway, but it kind of helps put on the brakes. But when we're down in the valley, we don't even have time to process what's going on, what we just came out of, what we're headed into. And so to hear somebody say, girl, don't feel that way. You should be grateful for what you have. That doesn't help. Girl, you've been through worse. Don't be that way. You've been through worse. That really doesn't help. Because if we are really honest with ourselves, we don't process nothing. We get through what we get through, however we get through it, but we don't process it. We don't sit in the pain. I know that sounds kind of weird, you know, to encourage people to sit in the pain, but it's necessary. Not wallow in it or spend seasons in it. When we are in the valley and we're going through things, life is flying around our head and stuff, we have to take time to just literally sit. Because all we do is rush, rush, rush. Deadlines, people to attend to, kids that need homework done, bills that need to be paid, gotta pray for so and so, gotta go out with the girlfriends, the spouse needs this. And what about sitting in that pain and getting through it? Because when we sit in the pain, it allows us to break things down. Okay, this is why it's happening again. Let me not do that again. Let me stop dealing with that person so much. And I'm going to say this, and I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. When we are in our pain, and in that moment, it could last for a couple of days, one day, a couple of weeks, whenever. And then if there are people or a person who kind of wants to shame you or shock you out of that state so you can be back to your regular self, if that happens, it's a high possibility that that person is using you. Not, I don't mean necessarily for the things that you can do for them or what they can get out of you, but your emotional strength, your anointing, your peace, your joy. You ever heard of an emotional vampire? I'm not saying the people who lean and depend on you and you can lean and depend on them. It's like a give and take. I'm talking about the person that you're always feeding into, or they always come to you and they always just take, 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 take. And the one time that you are down and out, like your emotions have the best of you, or things are just flying around so fast that you just can't be your normal self, and they come to you with some foolishness like, why are you so emotional? Like, you got it, like you got the whole world on a silver platter. Why are you down? And they don't even know you are this close to cracking. because you're always smiling, always joking, always there for people, always encouraging people. But the one time that you just, I can't today, or I just, you're not being robotic. They're used to you smiling and laughing and doing for them. But then they have the nerve to get upset because you're not a robot. You're feeling your feelings. Life has you in a headlock and you just don't know what to do. It's highly possible that that person or those people are really feeding off of you. And the messed up part is you might not be the only person, or you might be, and they're just feeding off of your energy. They know that they can talk to you and feel better, and then they just go on about their business, or they're just pulling and pulling and pulling so that they can build themselves up and go do what they need to do. And they don't care about leaving you drained. And then the other part to that is some people don't necessarily want better for themselves. They just want to pull from you so you can't be better for yourself. And I think that's called like somebody being an emotional vampire. They're just emotionally pulling on you and got the nerve to be upset because you're not there for them emotionally. Like you just barely hanging on by a thread. The knot that you tied into that rope is slipping, it's coming undone. And it's okay to not want the rah-rah at that time. Because if we are suppressing our feelings and we're having all of the rah-rah come in, we're not able to identify those folks who are just taking, and putting us in emotional situations to where we cannot recover. I hope I'm making sense because I'm getting like some insight as I think about this. And I just want to make sure I give it to you in a way that you can understand. So, summing it all up, it is okay to not want the rah-rah. Declarations, we need them. We need to speak them. We need to have people to speak them, the right people to speak them over our lives. But we also have to deal with the pain that we are suppressing, because a lot of us are just living off of fumes, and we don't even know how we have arrived at point C, when just the other day we were at point A and we're like, what happened between A and C? What happened at B? And being encouraged and rah, girl, you can do it, you got it. That's fine, and it's got its place. But we got to start dealing with the feelings that we stuff down. We stuff down a lot so that we can help other people, shoot, so we can even get out of the bed at times, you know? So, anyways, I just wanted to um, let you guys know it's okay for a moment or for a couple of days or whatever to not, it's okay to not want the rah-rah. But in that moment, you got to deal with what you got to deal with so you can come out of this thing. All right? Okay. Bye.